Hi SAR Techs, thank you for joining me. My name is Alain Bugeaud, President of Mawashi Protective Clothing. We were asked by the Canadian Forces to assist you with your knee protection. Mawashi is a solution provider that does new product development. Basically, we could do anything that goes on the body. So let's talk about knee protection. By looking at your operations, we looked at how your needs are different compared to any other soldier or law enforcement that wears knee protection. By observing your operation, we saw that you have particular needs. We looked at your scenarios, and I'll just describe one. If you are asked to go and assess a small plane crash, a CESA for example, you arrive on the scene, and what are the threats that are there? Well, there's a possibility of debris, there's a possibility of fuel, grease, oil, there's a possibility of blood, possibility of broken branches, possibility of different debris from the plane, glass, metal. If we would arrive on the scene, we would walk on probably a good pair of boots. A boot that would protect you against all these threats. A good heel, and you would use a boot that has a safety with the steel shank. Now, what's different between you and other professionals is that you assess people. So if there's an individual that is ejected or on the floor, you have to go over this individual and assess their medical needs. Now, you would not be able to do that standing up. You will have to go on your knees. So all your operational protection on this boot now would have to transfer on your knees. All you weight, if you weigh 150 pounds, 180 pounds, 200 pounds, all that weight that goes on your feet now is on your knees. The problem with all the other knee protections off the shelf, very good stuff out there, but they're more specific to general operations. Doesn't necessarily protect against debris or oil and contaminants like fuel and grease. So we came up with a solution, a material that resists up to minus 45 to any temperature that goes from plus very high to very, very cold, so up to minus 45. And it is oil resistant, fuel resistant, grease resistant, blood resistant, and tear resistant, and for sharp objects. This combination, it's a compromise. So we start off with the first layer. The first layer is a urethane that is meant for very cold temperature. The problem with Canada, if you're deployed, and you deploy everywhere in Canada, and you deploy in winter, especially in winter. So you have temperatures that are very, very cold, minus 40, minus 30, minus 50, and it's never the same. So polymers will crystallize, and especially if you have debris, will go through like butter. So we came up with a solution, a material that actually is very resistant to all these threats that I mentioned before. This is a knife, and you'll notice that if I go through like this, and I'm talking pretty hard here, not even a scratch. You could try this with this. If you have a sample, you could try this. So I'm very confident if there's a rock or glass or metal pieces underneath and it's very cold, that you would have protection with this. And we combined the knee protection with a silicone-based foam underneath that would protect you for the temperatures are up to minus 50 plus 365. No melt, no drip. So if there's a fire, all the way to very cold winters, with this combination you're protected. Again, it's a compromise. Weight-wise, you might want to have something lighter, but it's a midway. It is not the lightest, it's not the heaviest. Compared to everything off the shelf, you're talking about midway. It is a compromise, and that little extra weight will be important because the materials here will protect you in these type of scenarios. Protection is very important. If you have fake protection, if you have materials that are vulnerable because of the cold, well, it's like you have nothing. So that's not good. You want to have some materials that will protect you in your environment and keep you safe. So this is our solution. If you have any questions, please contact us. Our website is mawashi.net, M-A-W-A-S-H-I. We'd be very happy to answer any questions that you have.